Speaking of killed darlings, or perhaps speaking of enormous eruptions,
Yes.
we
Uh,
reviewed the 1990s classic question mark
question mark.
movie Dante's Peak.
Yes. The great one of the volcano disaster movies that came out in the late 90s alongside Volcano with Tommy Lee Jones, which I've seen parts of that movie. I've never seen it all the way through. Um, but this movie I had never seen before, and I remember when it came out and seeing the previews for it and thinking that looks really stupid.
So, Daniel, what did it turn out to be what you expected?
Yes. Yes, it is very stupid. Uh,
So, basic premise. The elevator pitch for this movie was it's Jaws, but the shark's a volcano.
and the scientist is played by James Bond.
Yes, or if you prefer, Remington Steele.
Yes.
The mayor is Sarah Connor.
Oh yeah, yes, and Sir Connor. Yeah.
So the story in this one is kind of an excuse, honestly. Um, because like okay, the problem with any sort of disaster movie is it's a man versus nature or man versus God story, depending on how you want to clarify or classify it.
Yeah.
And so it's like, and also the draw of the movie is not the characters themselves. The characters are an excuse to go fight a mountain.
Yeah.
You need to like care about them just enough that you would rather that they not die than live. But it's also like they're kind of window dressing for a bunch of action scenes as they're trying to deal with the lava flows and explosions and everything. Now, I will.
Yeah.
This one did like a decent-ish job giving you characters you kind of cared about.
Yeah, decent enough. I mean, it's. I mean, I will say like Brosnan kind of sells it really well. I mean, he's not. He isn't very James Bond like in this. I mean, he's kind of sorry, I have a hard time picturing him as a somebody like him as a volcanologist.
Uh, uh,
I just don't see it.
it's like Rainier Wolfcastle, like pretending to be a nerd.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, but I mean, the other part of it is, of course, Linda Hamilton's character is a single mom. She has a son who's about, what would you say, like 11 or 12.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, and
Daughter's like
then
6.
yeah, and he's got some good little scenes with them. Um, but but yeah, it's just yeah. The other part with disaster movies, you were bringing up with the having the characters you care about, like the other part of it too is the drama comes from like soap opera elements.
Right. The Linda Hamilton's character, the mayor, um, has a contentious relationship with her ex mother-in-law because her son left them in the lurch for semi-specified reasons.
Yes, am I can't yeah, I'm not really, I don't know if they really ever did kind of fully explain why he left. He just kind of left.
Which I guess you don't necessarily need to go into extreme detail for this level of movie.
Yeah. Well, and then you also had to the prologue of the movie where Brosnan's character is in what did he say, Colombia?
Right, that's
And
right. That's right. You have the excuse of the movie, which is why he's troubled to this day, and the mistake he has to make up for.
yeah, because he was with another team watching a volcano erupt in Colombia, and then I guess like his like girlfriend or whatever she was gets killed, and yeah, and so basically like the whole setup is that Brosnan's character, Harry Dalton, they they send him off to Dante's Peak, which is a volcano and a town in is it Washington?
Yep, it was Washington because they kept invoking Mount St. Helens.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And so they send him out there to investigate because they're seeing some activity from the volcano. And of course, he does that, goes out there and does the scientist thing, and like he finds out the water is really acidic, and all the wildlife's dying, and there's a hot spring nearby that is boiling over, and a couple of tourists get killed in it.
Yep, and of course it's like the classic. Yeah, I said it was Jaws on a mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, the town just got declared was it only in the top 20, or was like at the second best place to live under 20,000 or 20,000 people, or
in second place. Yeah,
second place in some magazines, best places to live under 20,000. We can't have you have like the person from the U.S. Geological Survey who's like the older guy who's kind of playing the role of the mayor in Jaws, where it's like we can't evacuate. We pulled the trigger too soon on an evacuation in such and such town.
Yeah, the town never recovers. Yeah,
right. So we have to be careful. So even as like they keep finding dead squirrels up in the mountain, and they keep getting like minor earthquakes and stuff, and of course Bond there wants to evacuate as soon as possible. You're just trigger happy because your wife or girlfriend or whatever died.
Yeah. Yeah, and then of course by the time they realize something is that the volcano is about to erupt, it's already too late and it starts going off.
Right. And there's a lot of manipulation in there.
Mm-hmm.
Not only are there two children that they put in danger, but also a dog.
Yeah. What was it with 90s movies and having to have a dog that's in danger and needs to get saved?
I don't know. I wonder if it went away because the trope lost its legs, or if it's because they didn't want to have to deal with the requirements for animal safety.
Yeah, or probably a little bit of both.
Yep. Now, on the plausibility scale, this might be one of the least plausible science-ish movies I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, nothing can or will ever surpass the real GOAT of the genre, the core, for its sheer absurdity.
Yeah.
But this gives it a run for its money.
Oh yeah. Well, the Core is another movie that when I saw the trailer for it, I'm like, oh, that movie looks really stupid. I'm not going to go see it. And sure enough, nobody went to go see it.
Yeah, when I was in college, my geology department actually put on a showing of it in my dorm with one of the geology professors there to kind of go over how stupid it was.
I'm sure that was entertaining.
Yep. Now, as far as this movie goes, like there are things that seem science-ish enough. Like, I'm sure they actually did a little bit of research to go, okay, what does a volcanologist actually do? How would you know if a volcanic eruption was going to happen? What kind of surveying or studying would they do, et cetera, right?
Right. Yeah.
The thing is that, how to put this, I feel like the plausibility runs out somewhere in the mid-movie.
Yeah, probably when the volcano first starts to erupt. Yeah.
Right. The thing is, like, those people should have been so much more dead.
Oh yeah. Well, there's a scene in there where as I'm watching it, I'm screaming at the TV, "No effing way!"
Right. Like they drive over a sea of lava on the rims of their truck.
Like, no.
But it's a special government truck for volcanologists. It has a snorkel for the engine and everything.
Right. Yeah. Never mind the fact that the tires would have just completely exploded before they got within 5 feet of the freaking lava. But
right, and never mind that the metal would have started, melting.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this you are not watching this for the plausibility. Also, I suspect that one scene with the acid lake would have probably been even worse off than they were in the movie.
Yeah.
To not spoil it too badly.
Well, what got me was like, so to paddle the boat along, Brosnan takes his jacket off and wraps it around his arm and starts,
Yeah,
pushing.
paddling.
I'm like, no, no, that it would have eaten through his jacket and his arm would have been just completely
Well, also,
burned.
it's not like his the jacket would have been like actually waterproof
Yeah,
or acid proof in this case. So,
yeah,
um, now he would have been totally screwed
yeah.
if some would
Even
have
worse.
leaked in.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Stupid. Yes.
Yeah. And also, it's kind of an unpleasant movie to watch if you're at all squeamish. Like
Yeah,
there's like a lot of kind of horrific injuries going on.
yeah. Yeah, a lot of real. Yeah, like people getting hit with debris and then burn. People. Obviously getting burned by
By
all sorts of
acid.
things, by acid,
Yeah.
and yeah. Well, I think they did all of that to get a PG-13 rating.
True, if they hadn't actually like had a broken arm or whatever, or
Yeah,
it might have accidentally skirted away with a PG rating.
yeah,
And I don't know what it is, but for some reason, just watching people get injured by cruel, uncaring fate doesn't like do it for me.
yeah.
Like a monster like Jaws is more interesting because like the person has a chance to fight back, whereas like again, like they should have been dead so many times over.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like at one point they go into a mine shaft in the middle of a pyroclastic flow, and it's like the mine shaft is also down.
Uh, yeah, it's underground, and there are going to be tremors down there.
Well, and moreover, you're going to have a bunch of debris flow in there.
Yeah,
I don't care if you do have a cave in at the start, but like, sure, the rocks might start to stop the big debris, but you're still going to have a bunch of poison gas flow in probably.
oh yeah, yeah, uh, yeah,
And all because grandma refused to come down the mountain.
yeah. Gosh. Yeah.
Um, so yeah, like Linda Hamilton and Pierce Brosnan do their best with what they're given, but it's just like, yeah, it's like a half soap opera, rom-com, half disaster movie.
Yeah.
There's only a couple more days to watch this on Netflix before it leaves. I don't think we would recommend bothering with it.
No, I wouldn't either. Yeah. Nope. Nope.